I gotta go. Richard, have a good one.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you guys for putting up with me.
Okay,
Motion to approve the minutes.
Okay,
Second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
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 So I know a few weeks ago when Judy was here for binding coverage, we didn't officially take action, and then there was a few changes. I wanted to look those over, and then we'll have to have an approval to sign that. So Nancy's been in touch with them, but
Thank you. This is basically what we were given copies of, obviously, so, but there's the changes there.
We got insurance coverage on communications tower? We must have.
You wanna look at total dollars, that'll be the one that Rick's got in his hand on each tower. It broke out.
They ever get the one east of Benton gravelled and all that taken care of?
Oh, yes. Gravel's in, we just okayed REC and sent them a check last week to get the power underground to that.
an extension. and then-
Cement's poured.
And the one south of Benton at Trainers?
Yeah, what about-
That's all done?
No, not done. All the modifications to the tower is done.
Gravel in there?
Didn't have to put gravel in there, cause it was already there.
It's amazing to me all those towers stood during the windstorm.
They're supposed to.
Yeah, they're supposed to. But we had barns that were there for 120 some years that went down. They had all the beams were pegged.
Need a motion to authorize you to sign this, I presume is what you need. I'll make that motion.
Okay.
I guess I'll second it.
All in favor?
Right?
Aye.
Aye.
And then number 6, I assume you talked to Sarah then?
Yes, I did.
Okay. 'Cause, yeah,
She
called
must have
got on.
contacted you then?
Yep, she called the
Yeah.
office and got on.
That's cool.
So we'll replace Gary with Sarah on that.
Yep.
It's fine with me.
Okay.
Make a motion that we appoint Sarah Wagner to the Heritage Area Agency on Aging.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I think she has something coming up that she needs to do it.
Anything else kind of time, so how about reports or anything?
I had workforce development, HACAP, and East Central Iowa Juvenile Detention.
You say anything about all their increased prices?
Yes, they did. They said basically what has happened, of course, over the course of time, the average was about 14 days per
Per kid.
juvenile.
Yeah.
Now the average is 28.
Wow, yeah, because that's like one of those areas that I had to amend and
Yes,
it's taken a huge hit.
and they said that's something to do with the judicial system. I lost part of that. I went on a Zoom meeting with it. I had an appointment for Pamela with a doctor
Mhm.
previously, so I didn't travel up there. But that's, yeah, everybody's
Yeah.
feeling that.
Yep, I knew we weren't the only county. 'Cause
No, we weren't. So I found that interesting.
Yeah, that's what I already told her, we'll just maybe have to just hold off on them more.
And they're ready to open up the other center.
Oh, good. Not that that'll help the cost, but yeah.
Yeah, it won't help the cost, but,
How many kids are in there?
oh, I don't know. They don't actually ever tell us how many kids are there on
Okay.
a per given month or whatever. That you get a chart, if you will, or a list of what county and what the charge was. And some of them were pretty serious. So,
Some of those kids will be there until they're 18 or 21 or whatever. It's a bad deal. Do they say how full they are?
no. Nope, nope.
I was at that opioid conference with Ray and a bunch of other, just various officials that come to it. It was interesting. We got a lot of literature handouts. But the big thing would be to educate our youth maybe, to not get into that.
Yeah.
I mean, they say it starts as young as 9 years old.
It's generational, multi-generational. There's 3 generations before that family will change. Generally speaking. It's a bad deal.
How about you?
It's 9:10, so
Oh, is it?
jump off.
Okay.
He's jumping at the bit to get back to our
Yearly contract for Easy Cog.
Yeah.
I sent you guys all a copy of it.
Yeah, you did.
I got 2 copies that need to be signed, or that I'm signed. That way they send me one back afterwards, after their board signs it.
Okay.
So make a motion that we approve and authorize your signature for the East Central Iowa Council of Governments. So this is the service contract.
Yep.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Do you want a copy of that or something?
Yeah, and then or just send me the PDF.
Okay. I'll scan it off and send it. I'm not gonna do Thursday, so I'm just gonna hand deliver these to Brock for their, so he can take it to them.
How's everything going over your way?
Pretty good, they're changing, I don't know if you heard advertisements on the radio, the state Medicaid contract is now gonna be Molina Healthcare. I don't know if you've heard anything on the radio then, so, so they're dumping, I would assume, and United Healthcare. I don't know who they're getting rid of yet, but we've just been trying to get everything in line for that starting July 1. So it'll be a mess because you don't know who's paying for what.
Sure.
From what I heard before, when this happened before, you didn't know where your money was coming from. Till you got it all figured out. It took a while, so. That, and I've been working with the VA they approached me actually on running some VA transportation, because they can't, this van here that they have doesn't do wheelchairs. A lot of your VA, they're in wheelchairs and stuff like this. And they have their own transportation down in Iowa City. But they said the need for it, they can't get up, it's not feasible for them. And, to come up here, pick someone up, take them to Iowa City, turn around, drop back off, drive back to Iowa City. So, subcontracted with them, they let us know who there is, and basically we pick them up around here and take them to Iowa City, come back and send them the bill. So that was kind of nice getting all, but it's still government, it's still trying to deal with getting everything. I'm hoping what I sent in Friday, I think I'm good. I'll be good to go here shortly, but it's been, dealing with their website and all that stuff. Like I said, the guy I was talking to, he knows it's going to be tough. It's government you're dealing with. He goes, get signed up, it's going to be tough. He goes, but once you have it, it'll be good. So,
Isn't it the same mileage from Iowa City to Benton as is Benton to Iowa City?
yeah,
Okay, so if VA comes out of Iowa City to Benton County,
Yeah.
picks somebody up, takes them to Iowa City, yeah, then they
they're
get.
dead. They're
so
deadheading
they're-
two legs.
But, yeah,
They're deadheading up here and they're deadheading
so
home.
your people just wait down there?
Yeah, yep.
Okay,
Their appointments are usually an hour.
okay.
Yeah, you can't drive back.
Yeah.
Especially in the northwest side of the county.
Yeah, their appointments are usually an hour.
Down it.
Yeah, so we'd be driving down there, where we're not deadheading back.
Okay,
Yeah, they're running a lot of deadhead miles. That's what they're trying to avoid. They said a lot of their stuff is like southeast Iowa, is where they're driving their vans.
Do they pay you, if you got a client at Walford to go to Iowa City, do they pay you to Benton?
Yes, they pay me from Benton, yes. They pay the hourly charge from when it leaves Benton.
What about if it's northwest of Benton?
Yep.
They pay-
Whenever
they
it
pay-
leaves, yep, when it leaves our garage, that's when they're paying us.
Well, that's halfway decent.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of got hooked up with, it was Beltway Nursing Home, we're hauling a couple of guys that are vets out of there. And, they're like, who are you using, and stuff like this. And they go, because they're contracted with Dowlins. I know Dowlins is just not picking people up, not showing up, they're just inconsistent. And that's how she kind of mentioned that. She goes, they're awesome. She goes, they're always here. They're, they take care of us. And so she kind of, gave us our name, so which is good. So, like I said, at VA vans, a lot of ambulatory people, but there's only a handful that they can haul.
yeah.
So, and that van I ordered in January is still unordered. I got a hold of Stu Hampson's Dodge City down there in Des Moines, and they said it's still in line at the factory. I thought that was a fleet vehicle, they'd have it on their lot.
Yeah.
I went down to Des Moines a month or so ago, and Bob Brown Chevrolet, full of fleet trucks and, and stuff like this. It's just full of white vehicles. So, don't know,
Probably got door latches or something that's special and it's waiting in line.
who knows?
I sent the EasyCog meeting there last week about how the timeline on your big buses, how far they're out. That was astronomical.
Like 2 years,
Wow, that's crazy.
because I signed that contract in January.
We're lucky you got what you got.
Right. Exactly right. But a lot can happen in 2 years to a vehicle. I could be throwing a transmission in. It's hard saying for the one it's replacing. And then they're putting a big emphasis on electric, where the money's going toward electric. Well, if it, you know, you put that money toward an electric vehicle, well, now the pool of money is gonna get smaller faster, because those are a lot more expensive.
They're more expensive.
By
Yeah.
the time they get done, they won't want electric again.
Right, right. So, I don't know, we got, Johnson County seats. They're actually getting an electric bus. It's coming out of the Lake Tahoe area. They use them there in Lake Tahoe, you know, during the cold weather and stuff like this. And so they're kind of gonna be the guinea pigs of having an electric vehicle and see how that works for them. But they've had that on order forever too. I think they used ARPA money.
How's that gonna work if it don't work? Who's gonna work on it?
Well, that's just it. And I don't know if it's true when they said about, if you have a Tesla, the closest place is Minneapolis. I don't know if that's true, but someone had said that once. Yeah, I know, trying to troubleshoot that, I hate troubleshooting anything electrical as it is, and,
Yeah.
you know, and they say they get so many miles, but what if you're running the heat and the air conditioner and all that stuff? And I mean, how much does that pull away from the battery?
My daughter ran an electric vehicle down in Austin, Texas, and this was years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago. Then the battery started going bad.
That's a lot of money.
She leased it.
Oh,
She says, it's gone. And I'm not getting another one. She thought it was gonna be the cat's meow.
I'm sure when they are brand new. But yeah, I mean, even if you go like electric bus or whatever, so they build the bus, and then they send it off to have it done electrical. Now you're talking, instead of 2 years, you're gonna be waiting about 3 years. The other thing you'd go is propane, and that's the same way. You send it off, you're looking at 3 years out by the time you order it. Because you gotta send it somewhere and have them outfit it for propane.
See, Benton Community went to, some of the buses are
Yeah.
propane now. and
So is Vinton Schellsburg.
Benton,
They
I
got
did everything but 4 or 5 diesels and 1 gasser.
They got a charging station down there for the LP at Norway. I seen that Sunday when I was down there, so. Instead of like a LP tank laying flat like it usually does, this one's
They're
standing.
vertical, yeah. I don't know why.
I don't either.
That's
Not
what it
less-
is
Take up less room.
out here at the bus barn,
Okay.
same way, yeah.
Okay.
I would rather have propane than electric.
Yeah.
Oh, I would too.
Out west, in the panhandle of Nebraska, my uncle would drive hours to go to a class he taught and stay overnight. I don't know how they'd work out there. It just wouldn't work, because let's say you run out of juice whenever you're 3/4 of the way back.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't gonna work.
Like Johnson County being there, they run a lot of that Iowa City area. Well, they know they're getting close. I mean, they can drive back to their hub, and they're close to their hub. So,
Yeah, they just wait 3 hours, then they can go.
yeah, right. You know, being in rural areas would be interesting. So, all righty, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Okay,
Have a good week.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, got any more reports? Jerry?
Board, they're gonna, way it sounds, they're gonna, let a bunch of the directors go.
On the region board.
State's gonna do it. We got the best regional governing board in the state. Some of them aren't very good, I think, or not as good as ours. People work at it, I mean, and it still takes like 2 years. It's not gonna work. It's a mess. And they passed all this stuff in the last days of the session, you know. Hopefully we can get everything squared around with our attorney and everything.
No, I had easy, Eastern Iowa Trust Fund, pretty quiet there. The gal that we appointed from Belle Plaine showed up by video, so she was attended, and she also attended, of course, DZ-COG. DZ-COG meeting after that, not too much, pretty quiet. I think I told you last week, we're having tower meetings every Thursday now. So we had a tower meeting, and I went down Sunday night to check on down in Norway that they got the landscaping done. They got that all fixed, so
They got the fence up?
it's tore down, all gone. So,
They gonna fence it?
yeah, we're gonna fence it right now. They got a 4-foot yellow picket fence around it, but they tore the old fence out, and they gotta pour cement for the LP tank, stuff like that. So it's all opened up. They're supposed to be working there now. I guess that's about it. I seen when I was coming up here today that evidently Myron turned them loose, putting oil down, oil on the oil spots in front of the houses.
Oh.
People paid for.
Yep,
Seen the truck going south.
dust control.
Yes. Which just says that the weather, we need rain to,
I know it.
but, you know, I understand the people paid for it. Maybe that's a timeline that maybe we should start looking into moving it up a month, you know what I mean?
It's been dustier than that.
I don't know.
We need rain to settle that dust.
Yeah.
You know, I get where, you know, where Myers trying to hold off till we get dust or rain to firm it up, to settle the dust, so the oil.
We just need some semis hauling water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if a water tank could do any good.
I don't think you could put enough water on it.
Yeah.
What do you put 3-4 inches on it?
It'll just run off.
Well, you could go this one, the next one, then come back.
Well, I know the landfill, they're getting all that dirt last week from Cedar Rapids again, and I wasn't down there, I was just told this, that. I can't think of the name of the, which company it is, but anyway, they brought their own semi and water truck in,
Oh, really?
and they're watering every 4 hours. So that, they, you know,
So they can compact it a little more, or
no,
what?
just to keep the dust down.
Just to keep the dust down?
Yeah, and that's,
Wow.
you know, they got that, you know, spreader on the back of that tank, and it's just like, it's soup, you know? And the trucks complain about it, cause if you happen to be the first driver after they put the water down, well, they're spinning going up the hill.
Sure.
And within an hour, the dust is rolling already, it's gone. So I don't know, they didn't beat their record. I think 214 trucks one day last week. The record was 215. So, a lot of dirt.
I will comment them, they're going through Blairstown slow. That's good, but it's tearing up the road
Is it?
a little bit.
They're not heavy, hauling heavy loads. They're all like 74, 76,000. That's a heavy load of 76.
A lot of traffic. I don't think they can stop it. I mean, there's a lot of loads. You're gonna have wear on your roads. It's gonna,
Well, I think it's still better than having $90,000 loads, you know,
Oh,
they have the
yeah.
extra axle and the heavy
Yeah.
tag. I don't know if you got any trucks got heavy tags or no, the extra speed.
they got triple axles, a lot of them.
But
Most of that's got to do with ag-related products.
Okay.
And we don't do that.
a lot you can do. I mean, they're gonna be coming out there. The corners of the roads, they did fix the one where Annan Lake meets the east-west one. There was a pretty good sized hole where they were turning all the time. They fixed that, but now there's one where you come onto the Blairstown Blacktop, right there at the curve, or right there at the intersection. There's a big hole. I don't think you can do anything about it, except maybe put something in it, but I mean, it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. If you have like a Toyota or a Volkswagen or something drop off in there, you might get hung up. Better be paying attention.
And use it for filler.
I know the guys in my area, they were putting down coal patch either Thursday or Friday. You know, fixing potholes on the county roads.
There's enough to do, that's for sure. It's gonna rain Thursday, isn't it?
Somewhere.
Day after tomorrow. And Friday.
Is that what they're calling for?
Yeah, about 20% chance.
Oh, that's not much.
I don't know, they're talking about it on the radio, I don't know. You want me to look? Look.
Charlie's coming in, to your knowledge. Sheriff coming in also? Don't know.
I have no idea. I think it was Charlie that reached out and got on the agenda.
Well, it couldn't rain today, it's down 1%. No. It's up to 15% Wednesday. It's up to 18% Thursday.
We could use some rain. Grass looking brown already.
Five AM Thursday gets up to 18%. That's 4 hours it goes. Got 1% today, 12 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Gets up to 5%, or 3% at 5 o'clock. Looks like it's 9:30.
I sent them both a text to remind them, hopefully.
Well, I visited with the sheriff about it.
Yeah.
I can tell you basically about it if you want me to. It's 9:30. I'm not Charlie. From what I understand, there's a mural on the Sherman building. It's a fire department scene. And they're putting windows in the Sherman building, so the mural's gotta come down. And fire department approached the sheriff about putting it on the west wall of the sheriff's office there. be great exposure. You know, I don't see any harm. My only comment would be is if they do that, if they take it down, that they fill the holes back in. I don't think that's unreasonable, so that was pretty well it. Sheriff did not have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. So, the only other spot they had was on the fire department, and from what it sounded like, it would be on the riverbank side. Yeah, you only see it coming into town, so that's what I know.
There's no windows or anything on the west side of the sheriff's office at all either, right?
Nothing. So, any issues with it?
No, none whatsoever, so I take a motion.
And I'll make the motion that we authorize the firefighter mural, as stated here, on the sheriff's office, west side of the building.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Done deal.
Now you can tell him he doesn't have to come.
Yep. Either one of them is.
I'm glad Sheriff told me about it, so. How about number 9?
That's what I was
I'll
thinking.
make a motion, we adjourn.
That's okay, I thought we got everything done.
I'll second
All
that.
right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I was joking, we should almost didn't have enough to have